Hello, heroes and villains. Welcome to Multiverse. Sorry, we had to start again. It happens. The menu is lagging quite a lot. Give me just a minute, guys. Almost there. Still on target. So let me go to the chat and see. Hopefully, you guys will hear me now. Evil YouTube. I'm not sure why there's a bit of lag. Okay. Oh, so Danilo says you hear me now. Good. Not sure why it didn't work before. And I even had to restart the live stream twice. So I don't know why there was some sort of issues. It happens. Sadly, the mystery of YouTube. What can you do? So today, guys, we are going to play the new DLC, and there's quite a few guys, a few of you guys here tonight, or well, yeah, it's almost tonight, I guess. So hello, Pops. Hello, Almighty. The maintenance seems to be done on PlayStation 5. I don't know if it's done everywhere though. Hello, Zakadi, Danilo, Batman, just your average Floridian. Hello, Telmo. Hello, Scrolls, Almighty. Hello, Sub-Zero. Hello, Batman. Sadly, there were rumors that there was going to be a new Lantern Power, a Blue Lantern Power, because of the tease that our friend Al Rivera did at the end of the video they made. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Basically, we'll be able to confirm if it's true or not. Sadly, people will be a bit unhappy. They did a good job. If you're a little in the background, it's Evil Rocky who tries to hide a piece of pizza crust. Give my guys just a minute. Sadly, that's what happens when you go live. So I hope you can still hear me. So Alexander is asking any new power out. They did a good job, I guess, teasing people with this DLC. Sadly, they did raise also people's expectation for a few things, like they pretty much convinced people that there would be a Blue Lantern Power coming up. And sadly, I think a lot of people will be disappointed. There's two ways that people will be disappointed, I think. The first way is that because of the new Blue Lantern Power. The second way is because of the story. I think the devs really fell in love with the story they made. I don't know if the player base will fall in love with that same story. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Just to be on the safe side. Hello, Chris. Hello, Yuri Games. Hello, Aiden. For the EU server, I have no idea. I'm not sure why the chat is. Give me just a minute. There we go. For the map, yeah, there is a. there is some reused assets. For example, yeah, they did reuse some of the Sacred Cathedral, but they kind of sort of created a new map with it. Let's go to the House of Legends first. I want to go check something first. Thanks, Black Knight. Hello, Fabio. Hello, Blizzard. Hello, Darkhound. Hello, Telmo. So yeah, some of you guys pointed out, yeah, it's not all new. It's sad, but what can you do? I can understand when they reused certain assets, but here they did more than just that. If you go to the on-duty menu, so you're going to see there's a few missions with this episodes. So basically, we have a solo mission, we have an alert, and we have two raids. But there's only one new raid. The second raid is a raid from the Sins of Black Adam DLC, Neron's Underworld. And it's a raid we had not that long ago. So if at least they had taken an older raid, like one we from Origin Crisis or something, or one from Sons of Trigon. No, Sons of Trigon didn't have a raid. Anyways, one from like 10 years ago as opposed to one from 2 years ago, it would have given us a mission that maybe most people didn't really play just yet. Oh well. So for those of you who are going to ask, how do we access the new map? It's quite simple. You could either go to the map menu, go to warp menu, and from here you can see Kaznia City. This is a new map that's been added. You should also have access to the new map from over here. There you go, Kaznia City. D-Nation says, Multi, I just logged into the game. It seems that the graphics are a bit better. Or is it just me? It's probably just you because there was nothing done to the graphics. Although they did put a hint, letting you know how you can zoom in or zoom out. I guess it's an information that they never really explained. It did seem intuitive enough for me way back when I first started playing. But there's a lot of people who somehow never figured out how to do that. So I guess it's a good idea that they've added some information about that. I had made a video about that way back when, but it's a pretty old video at this point. I'm pretty sure most of you guys never saw it. No, the servers should be coming back up right now. Oh, the map. So let us go to Kaznia City. No, they did not remove Apocalypse Gotham. They removed the Justice League Dark DLC, if I recall correctly. So if we take a quick look at the Kazian Merchant.
Not even supernatural forces will keep me from offering quality merchandise.
So sadly, bad news. Bad news. We are only going to get one new style with this DLC. So you can see the Energy Reaver style. It is a style from a new character that we created, the Reckoning. And of course, there's the elite version of the style. For the elite gear, obviously you still have to raise the elite renown of your character, but you will not have to play elite content to raise your renown. Pretty much any bosses will give you something to raise your renown. But of course, if you play the casual version, you will get a lot less renown. If you play the elite version, you will get a lot more renown. The new max CR is probably something around 475. I can't tell you for sure because I didn't get all the gear just yet, obviously. And the sad part is that then the other gear that the vendor gives you is the Bully Buster gear, the Aberrant gear, the Bostonian brand gear. So there's only one new set of gear, and then they filled the vendor with a whole bunch of gear from the previous years, from the previous DLCs. Oh well. So it would seem that the new normal is that we will get one new gear per episode. But of course, then we will also get one new set of gear with the new time capsule, which should be here. Or is it? So here we have the Magician, the Mystical Magician time capsule. That is the other set of gear that we will get with this DLC, it would seem. And also, our friend Budokai was saying that we no longer would have any augments. It wasn't really accurate. You can see here the augments for this episode. Here we see a whole bunch of plans for the generator mods. Oh, and that's it. So we don't see the omnipotence gear just yet because we did not play all the introductory mission. Basically, in order to be able to gain access to all the missions, especially in the open world, you will have to play. There's a solo mission you will have to play, and there are various steps to that solo mission. So until you complete that solo mission, you're not going to be able to get all the content. So obviously here you can see it says go to the pub and speak with John Constantine. So we're gonna have to do that. I guess also so since we're here, we will talk about the Blue Lantern thing. Oh, actually, not yet. We're gonna have to wait for the Blue Lantern, I guess.
Thanks for coming. There's been an uptick in murders here of late, and the cops are overwhelmed. That's where we come in. Get out there, check out the evidence, see what you can find out. I need to be sure we're tracking the same killer from Gotham. So, ready to play detective?
So let's try it like that. So we have to find and examine the crime scene. So let's go do that. I guess before we get started, so this is the new map that they've made. Some people are saying that they're reusing the war-torn village. It's not exactly accurate. We can see a nice castle over there. Sadly, there's some evil invisible wall that stops us from going over there. Well, actually, it doesn't stop us from going over there. Could have sworn there was a wall here, but my bad. So, some people have been asking for a long time to get a map with some snow. This is it. Well, let me take a look at the chat a bit. You guys are chatty tonight. D Nation says the game looks a bit cleaner for him. I'm happy for you, but I don't think there was any changes on that front. Drakers Fanaus, I quit playing in 2023. So many new things when I'm back. Yes, you should have. You should have at least some new things if you didn't play for a while. The castle does look pretty cool, pops. Nah, no new power. We'll talk about that in just a minute. For the time capsule, I'll have to do that later tonight or tomorrow. We'll see. Sorry, Colm, if it's still down for you. It could be that some of the servers are not up just yet. The map looks great. I'll give him that. They did a really good job with this map. It really looks nice. So let's find the crime scenes. Where are the crime scenes? So sadly right now there's going to be a lot of people playing the same missions. So trying to get the objective you need is going to be a bit challenging. And you will have to compete with other players. I guess while we're here, there it is. We may as well pick up the investigation. So there is some investigations and there's some briefings that will give you some rewards. And this year the rewards are some plans. They pretty much brought back. They're trying to bring back some crafting, and the crafting that you can do is to craft some base items. You can also craft some elite gear, but for the elite gear, you will have to get the plans from playing elite missions, and you will get those plans at random playing the elite missions. And it seems we cannot find anyone we need. Oh, I should probably switch back to DPS. Let's stay like that for now. Sadly, that's not at all what I needed. Oh well. There's So I did examine some crime scene by accident, I guess. So sadly, you have to go around and try to find, quote unquote, the crime scenes. Oh, I cannot interact with any. There probably should be some NPCs I can interact with, and somehow I can't. Oh, there's one.
I
Adam, I'm sorry to have to tell you, there's no.
I can show you where it happened.
So you have to normally you have to talk to an NPC like that, and he points towards a clue or a crime scene, and then you examine the crime scene. So we should be able to do that 5 times. It could be that since I was near other players, maybe when some of the other players did that, it did give me the credit as well. I guess that's possible. Oh, Bidokai, bad news, bad news. We are going to get some augments. I know you thought that the time of the era of the augments was gone. It is not. So you have to talk to some NPCs, and sometimes the NPC will bring you to a crime scene. Sometimes they're not going to want to have to do anything with you. And sometimes you'll see they'll spawn some evil zombies that try to hurt you. I probably should switch to DPS. There we go.
I've seen enough, mate. Head back to the pub. Let's go.
Oh, let me scroll through the chat a bit. Sorry, Roy Games. If it's still down for you, I'm not sure what I can do.
Oh God, please don't turn me into a pile of dust. I don't want to go out like the other guys.
We shouldn't expect any new powers anytime soon. Hopefully, we will get some new powers someday, but I don't think we'll get them anytime soon, sadly. Because right now the devs are kind of they have to pretty much relearn how to be able to give us content on a regular basis.
Tonight I encountered a strangely guarded fellow called Booster Gold. He claimed to be from the distant future on the trail of a scoundrel called Kronos. Upon informing him that I'd seen no such villain about, he vanished into thin air. How peculiar.
Valate, I wish you were right, but I don't share your optimism. The last time we got a new power was the water power, and that was a long time ago. Personally, I like the Lazarus Pit, but I'd say choose whatever you prefer. There's no powering, Budokai. I'm sorry to have to tell you that. Oh yeah, it was another team from way back when, and yeah, we had to pay for those new powers. I think we had like two teams since the last new powers. So
Based on the evidence you found, this is definitely the work of the killer from Gotham. By the look of things, they have superpowers too. Wonderful. We need to find someone local to help out on this. Have a word with some of the folks in here. They might know someone with boots on the ground.
I knew one of the victims. They just wanted to help people, be a hero. It's too bad even their powers couldn't stop the killer.
well, at some point we had all the Lantern Corps, but yeah, since then they added the Ultramarine Corps. Although we do have the Ultramarine Corps in the game also, but yeah, they keep on creating new Lantern Corps. So
Stranger. I've heard the killer has powers, maybe even dark magic.
just your average is asking any chance for a new Lantern ally? No.
Looking into those killings, eh? You should talk to my friend over there. She's been investigating them as well.
Oh, now we have to go talk to that little character over here. But just to finish, there's not going to be a Blue Lantern ally, at least not right now. We do have a new time capsule, but there's no ally with this time capsule, and there's certainly no ally with this DLC either.
Hey, I'm Dejana. My hero name's Voivode. We need to talk. Got a text from my sidekick, Jack. They said you're working the serial killer case too. I think we can help each other. That monster killed some of my friends. Good people. I intend to bring that murderer the justice they deserve. I'll contact you if I find anything. Let's go get this bastard.
Need a word, mate. Something's come up.
So we have to talk to Constantine again. Sorry, tell more if the servers are still down for you.
I brought in one of my mates from Justice League Dark to help out. Don't let the fancy magician outfit fool you. Zatanna knows her stuff. Z's conducting an investigation. Help her out with that. We need more info, and we need it fast.
Just your average Floridian Gold Lantern is in the future, 31st century. Phantom Lantern is only one person. Pretty much since we had the Green Lantern Sinestro Cold War, they've created a whole bunch of new lanterns, and they keep on creating more and more new lanterns. And here you can see the Zatanna emote. We do have this emote for players from the new time capsule.
John said you're here to help. Good. We need to stop this killer as soon as possible. I found several witnesses to attacks made by the killer. We can cover more ground if you interview some of them while I meet with the rest. Hopefully we can find some useful information and track this killer down.
Yeah, with this DLC, the early missions, be prepared that you're gonna have to go play part of the mission, then go talk to Constantine, play part of the mission, go talk to Zatanna, play part of the mission, go talk to. So there's a lot of back and forth early on. They are trying to make the game a bit more story focused, and they're trying to get us to interact more and more with the NPCs. It's going to have some mixed result, I guess. Some people are probably going to people who are used to playing role-playing games are probably going to be used to that. But people who really want to just do MMO with some content, some NPCs to fight, yeah, there are people who maybe will not like that. The good style this time, I'm not sure what call it that. There's the Zatanna, the sort of arcane Zatanna style that we get from the time capsule. But from the vendor, the style is fine, but again, it's a new character that they've created for this DLC.
All I know is this. The only guys they hit have those exobites in them. Anyone normal, they don't bother with.
So we have to talk to some of the locals, we have to talk to some of the thugs.
Oh God, please don't turn me into a pile of dust. I don't want to go out like the other guys. The exobite powers are a curse.
Oh no, he stole my objective. He's so mean. I don't know if we share the objective if someone else picks it up. Sometimes we do in certain missions, sometimes we don't. It doesn't really matter. So sadly right now there's a lot of different missions on this map, and sadly the objective for those missions are pretty small. So you will have to compete with other players. For some reason, they don't want us to change the color of the ring. I'm not sure if they have Russian accents, but it's supposed to be some sort of East European village. So yeah, it could be Russians or Croatians or Ukrainians. I don't know.
You want to know about the killer, huh? All I know is this. The only guys...
Oh, I guess we're done. I went too quick, too fast, too fast.
so we can go over what you heard from them.
Okay, let's get out of here. So again, we have to go back to talk to Constantine. Nah, no Blue Lantern power, Julian. Sorry about that. So let's talk to Constantine
A
again.
lot of the same stories from Z. Looks like our killer only hits people with exabyte powers. Gordon had the same suspicion back in Gotham. Best keep your head on a swivel, mate. You might be next on their list. Or at it. That kid hero Voivode, yeah, she wanted a word with you. Sounded worried she did.
So we have to go talk to Voivode. I thought this was based on the blogs. I thought maybe this was Jack, but if this is Voivode, then who's Jack?
Can you
I'm all
please?
confused now.
Anyway, she said the killer's going after people like us. People with powers. Some of my powered friends are taking matters into their own hands. Put together some posses to hunt the killer. The thing is, they left a while ago, and none of them have reported in. Like they say in that movie, I have a bad feeling about this. Think you can find them? Lend a hand? I've lost enough friends to that monster. Don't want to lose any more.
Ah, she's quoting Star Wars. Yes, Josue, it is a new map. Oh, the if you're flying when you get into the pub, the camera might be messed up a little bit. Just move around or stop flying, and it should fix the issue. It's not a big deal, but it probably could get annoying after a while. I should probably start picking up collections. And we do have something over here.
Stopped a couple of weirdos in robes trying to stuff a girl into a van last night. I tried to interrogate them, but all they'd say is, "We are agents of the real power in this city." Kinda thinking goons in wizard costumes don't work for the royal family, so looks like I got a mystery to solve. Cool.
So you can see Voivode's crime journal will give us a plan, and that plan will allow us to craft some base items. So they're trying to bring back crafting to make crafting useful again. But it's been a while since we had any actual real crafting going on. So I don't know if the current player base will be ready for that.
Deal with trash like this. I think I'd rather deal with killer clowns and riddle junkies than these guys.
No, sorry guys, no Blue Lantern powers. We're going to let him pick up the hero.
Magical cultists. I bet Batman doesn't have to deal with trash like this. I think I'd rather deal with killer clowns and riddle junkies than these guys. Magical cultists. I bet Batman doesn't have to deal with trash like this. I think I'd rather deal with
Sadly, some of the comments that pop on the screen sometimes will block the objectives. Oh, 4 out of 6, okay.
magical cultists. I bet Batman doesn't have
Yeah, Legends PvP is pretty much where you will see some Blue Lantern powers if you really want to see them. I was kidding, Ronald. There's probably on the forums, and I think in the video of I forget if it was Obsidian Chill or someone else. I posted sadly I joked Blue Lantern powers confirmed. That was a joke. It's a running gag we've been saying for 10 years at this point. Pretty much since we got the light power, people have been asking and asking for the Blue Lantern power. And whenever there would be anything related to Blue Lantern, someone would say something along the line, Blue Lantern power confirmed.
It's time. I didn't get these powers to sit around and play video
Did
games.
Shattered already play this new episode?
Difference.
Uh,
People.
it could be. I don't know. You're gonna have to ask him. I can't answer that.
Powers, so no more excuses. It's time for Voivod to hit the streets.
I'm passing up a lot of collections. I'll do a collection run a bit later. Oh, Jack is Warwood's friend. Okay, so sadly, poor Jack.
Oh, good. It was the Magians. They're going to.
I was afraid something like this might happen. Head back to the
Sorry, Telmo. I don't understand what you're saying. The new styles. There's the style from the time capsule, which is some sort of alternate version of Zatanna from Infinite Crisis, I think. And there's the style of the new of one of the new characters that the devs created called the Reckoning, which is where the title of the episode comes
I've
from.
got a lead to chase down, or I'll do it myself. Take this.
Oh, sorry, Telmo. I didn't realize we were talking to
Morbid,
Danilo.
yes, but needs
Carry
to
on.
say. Go out to where poor Jack fell. See if you can find out what those bloody Magians are up to, and if you see Voivode, break the news about Jack to her. But gentle like, yeah? Kid's seen too much death lately. This could really mess her up.
Oh no, we're gonna have to break Voivoid's heart by telling her friend is dead. I'm very sad now. Well, they wanted to tease something else, and they failed to realize that people have been so desperate for new power, especially a Blue Lantern power. Like people have been asking and asking for Blue Lantern power pretty much since we got the light power way back when.
God, they killed me. I'm dead. Sorry. Thanks for trying to help me. Let me return the favor. The Magians are stealing souls. Any souls they can find. Come with me. I'll show you. I saw them here in the graveyard. I tried to go back to tell people, but you know, they got me. Is that some kind of superhero ghost over there? The guy with the D on his chest? Maybe he knows more about this. Worth a shot, right? Oh, one more thing. Tell Dejana. Tell her I love her very much, and I'm sorry. Bye.
Well, people should know better for the. Yeah, people got their hopes up. Yeah, they should know better at this point. The devs are pretty much like the monkey's paw. But people have been waiting for a new power and a Blue Lantern power for so long that they're pretty much desperate at this point, and they'll grab anything that sort of confirm a Blue Lantern power, at least in their minds. Yes, Telmo, there is two raids, and yes, there's one new raid and one raid that is entirely reused. Dark Hound is sad for Jack too. Bazooka, I think we get the Blue Lantern Chroma. Not that I know of. It could be that some of the servers are still down. Sorry about that, and nothing I can do about that. No best roller, no new powers. Sadly, I think we're gonna be saying that all evening because a lot of people are expecting that.
The kid's info is on the money. The Magians are containing spirits and harvesting their soul essence. Get in there and do what you do best. Stop those goons. The dead deserve better than this. And hey, don't worry about Jack, okay? I'll look after her. Promise. Now go.
Oh, Scrolls can't wait to find out the Exobite killer identity. We should find out soon enough. Wrong way, wrong way. So we're looking for distressed spirits. So as you can see, there's a whole bunch of stuff over here, but not everything has to do with our quest. There seems to be multiple quests in each part of the map, and so you have to find the correct objective that you need, like this one, I suppose. Dylan, it's anyone's guess at this point. From what we understand, making a new power is not really not in their plans. Sadly, making a new power is expensive,
Now I can rest.
and it doesn't bring as much money as they want. Well, it could be that Boston Brand is from Brooklyn. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I have mixed feelings about the devs making their own characters. Because there's literally hundreds of characters that people have been asking for that are not in the game just yet.
Once again.
I'm hoping they're not going to repeat the mistake that the Suicide Squad and Justice League did. Like instead of giving us a Killer Frost, like if they wanted to have a female character that uses ice power, they could have used Killer Frost. The character already existed, and heck, the character already was a member of the Suicide Squad. But instead, they couldn't help themselves. They had to create a female version of Mr. Freeze instead of using Killer Frost. And the same also for they used Deadshot's daughter, which nobody asked. No, there's no one who ever asked. I would like to play a game as Deadshot's daughter. No one ever asked that. But they couldn't help themselves. They had to do that. So I'm worried that they might repeat the same mistake as Suicide Squad versus the Justice League. That they might create their own character as opposed to creating the character that people actually want. Creating a new character is not bad per se, but when there's hundreds of characters, of DC characters that they're not using,
Whoever did this.
and also they do pay a license to use those characters, so use them. You're paying good money for those characters, but instead they prefer to create their own characters. So, but there might be something we don't know. Maybe it's too difficult to use already existing characters and dealing with DC that they saw that as an alternative. I don't know. Sadly, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, so it could be that they have a really good reason to create new characters as opposed to using already existing characters. But we don't know what those reasons are.
This fiend and put an end to his ghoulish torments. And if you could be so kind, give them a damn good thrashing while you're at it. You'll have the thanks of...
Well, Killer Frost was relevant in the Flash TV show. That wasn't that long ago. And I guarantee you that a female Mr. Freeze never was relevant. Ever.
Let's put a stop to this. Meet me at the Necropolis Gate at midnight. Bet you're quit that's when old Felix will work his magic.
You're right, Kara. We wouldn't need to be saying no new powers if the devs had clarified after creating the hype. Sadly, they're not clarifying. They're not saying anything. So we have to do it ourselves. I can't really complain because that's pretty much how my channel started. I started by giving people what the devs were not giving them. Like people needed tutorials, people needed more information about the game, people needed walkthrough. So that's and it's obvious that the devs were not going to create those tutorials or those walkthroughs. So it gave me a channel. That's what pretty much created the multiverse channel.
Creepy magic ritual near the cemetery. I keep telling the cops about these guys and
So it would seem that giving out information is going to keep the channel going for a long, long time because sadly, the devs, at this time we have to accept that there's not going to be any real communication from the devs, and because we've seen too many examples in the past year not to understand that the devs will not talk to us, or they'll talk to us as little as possible. So sadly, in order to be able to get information, you're gonna have to come to your good old friend the multiverse to try to get that information. Yeah, the game is based off comic lore, absolutely. Ah, you're welcome, Dark Hound. Sorry, the chat is going a bit faster than usual, and I'm having a hard time keeping up. And I don't know why. Just give me a minute. I'll try to adjust something here that might help me a bit. That didn't really help. I'll play on the US server on the US PlayStation 5 right now. So as you saw, after some of the steps outside, then we have to go into the crypt. Or was it the crypt? Mausoleum, something like that. I'm playing in the PS5 XCZ. Being spoon-fed is important. Ah, thank you, Telmo.
Right, old Faust is in there draining spectral energy from ghosts. Bloody parasite. He's using that energy to power his shield and keep us out. Bollocks to that. Faust is using an obelisk to drain souls. I've enchanted you, so you can purify the obelisk, but you'll need to keep his magents away from it to do so. See that beacon? That's where you need to be. Use this portal. It'll get you to the obelisk.
Was it 2 says, considering how profitable DCUO is, devs should be more excited to interact with us. We saw with the video they released not too long ago that maybe some of the devs are not too comfortable talking to the camera or interacting with the player base. So sadly, when they got hired as devs, they were not hired for their communication skills. And sadly, in some cases, they probably don't have any communication skills. A lot of artists, sadly, they work by themselves at their corner. They rarely interact with people. One of the challenges in studios is to get a whole bunch of loners who are used to working to working alone to get them to work together. A lot of artists, sadly, are pretty introverted, and the idea of making videos or even interacting with the player base that 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 wouldn't cross their mind. I have to admit myself, when I started this channel, I didn't expect the interaction with you guys. I was imagining a lot of things about making YouTube videos, but I have to admit I completely overlooked the whole interaction with the player base or with the viewers in this case. So sadly, it could be that the devs. Oh, what next?
The world succumbs to chaos.
Oh, we have to stay here some more. Okay. So sadly, in the case of the devs, it could be that they're just not comfortable interacting with people. Sadly, it happens. Although there could be other reasons that we don't know. Sadly, at the end of the day, we don't know. I wish they gave me a huge paycheck, but it'll never happen. Although if they did give me a huge paycheck, I probably wouldn't be able to freely say what I want to say. So it might be better this way. Yeah, you have to get rid of the red bar, and then you have to, like you can see, there's oh, we're done. And then there's also another timer where you have to keep control of the objective here. And then there should be what else? Avenge the Spring escorted to Faust's shield. Where's the spirit?
We will reclaim our energy from the wizard's shield to weaken it.
Protect us as we make our way to the shield. We shall do the rest.
Keep the obelisk purified. The ghosts can't come out of it otherwise.
I'm waiting at
Oh, there it is.
obelisk.
So sometimes you have to wait and wait for some some dialogues to trigger an event. And here, in the case of this avenging spirit, you cannot go too far from the spirit, otherwise he's not going to follow you. So you pretty much have to escort it all the way with deer, I think. And yes, people hate escort missions, but they still decided to give us escort missions. What can you do? Thank you, Telmo, but if I was on the team, I would just cause trouble. So you guys are fortunate. I'm talking to you, giving you the information for free. Free! Yeah, the mission quest is a pretty long one. This is the mission to be able to gain access to the rest of the content. It was mentioned in the announcement, like basically you have a chain quest. I'm not sure the exact word, but basically there's a chain of missions that you have to do, and once you play all those missions, then you have access to the rest of the content, if it makes any sense. Like here, you can see that the barrier over here. We have to escort three little guys like this to come here and break down the barrier.
I'm at the shield. Time to go to work.
That's it. Old Faust is sweating now. Keep at it. Send those ghosts back to the grave, minions.
So we got the first one. We have to do that 2 more times.
I'm waiting at the North Obelisk.
Oh, I guess we're good to go with the second one. I thought we would have to stick around here for a bit, but I guess not. Oh, Telmo says the EU servers are on. Piotr says free means anytime without any responsibilities. I guess it does mean that. No, Terrence, no blue lanterns. At least no blue lantern power. I'm sad, but what can you do? I guess the devs, like you have to remember that Al Rivera is a new guy on DCUO. So he hasn't been here for years and years. He hasn't seen the years that people have been asking and asking for Blue Lantern powers. So he probably didn't understand how it was pretty much a sensitive issue for most people. People have been waiting for so long. Oh, see, if you go too far, your friend is not following you. So you really have to stay next to him. Let's summon some backups because why not? There are questions that I cannot answer, so I'm not going to. So if I don't answer a question, it could be that either A, I didn't see your question because the chat is going. Keeping an eye on the chat, and the chat is a lot of you guys are chatting tonight, which is great. I'm very happy for that. But it could be that I just missed out your comment. It could be also that I just cannot answer the question. It was rumored by the player base. Miguel, thank you for the super chat, 4.99. And yes, the basically the player base thought that we would get a Blue Lantern power because of when Al Rivera showed his Blue Lantern ring. People saw that as a confirmation that Blue Lantern power is coming up. But we had this running gag for a long time. Whereas whenever anything Blue Lantern would happen, people would see that as a confirmation of a Blue Lantern power. So basically, what Al did was he teased that there would be something related to Blue Lanterns in this DLC. There was also the devs did post on X a video showing the blue light thingy leaving Apocalypse Gotham. So basically, they were teasing something Blue Lantern related, but it was not a Blue Lantern power like people thought, or even a Blue Lantern ring. So we will have to wait a bit more to find out what it is. And it's not an ally either. Some people thought it might be. Some people thought it might be related to freaking. Sorry, I got a bit distracted. Some people thought it might be even a Blue Lantern ring or something like that, but it's not. Kal-El, it was rumored by them it was a bunch of jokers being too hopeful. Well, people are hoping for the best. People have been a bit desperate for new powers, and especially a new Blue Lantern power. So yeah, people are hoping against hope that they will get what they're asking for, and they've been asking for that for years and years and years at this point. So you can't really blame them for hoping. Sadly, it's not gonna happen.
Everyone, meet up at the center. We're gonna end Faust for good.
So you saw there was an evil shield over here stopping us from moving forward, but now the shield is gone. So let us confront the evil Faust. Yeah, wishful thinking. Sally pretty much describes it, Alejandro.
Better than you have tried.
What's it to ya? Solaris was so sure. There's quite a few people that were certain that we would be getting a new Lantern power, but it's not. And we've known that for some time. I even made a video about that a year and a half, 2 years ago. Whereas the devs are not going to make a new power because financially speaking, it doesn't make sense from their point of view.
Upsy daisy, Felix. You and me still have business to settle, mate. Any last requests? If you're going to kill me, do it wearing your true face. Gladly, old son. Gladly.
Time for you to face.
That's the style you can get from the vendor.
That's enough, Lucia. You're better than this.
This doesn't concern you, Esperanza.
You're my sister. Of course it concerns me.
You can't save me, so don't even try.
You're wrong, Lucia. As we say in the Blue Lantern Corps, all will be well.
Piotr is asking about any feats. I don't know. I guess not. Well, let's pick up a reward. So you can see we got some Laughing Hound pub commendation. So you get those from defeating any bosses. Doesn't matter if it is casual bosses, regular bosses, or elite bosses. You will get some renown either way. But if you defeat a casual boss, you'll get less renown. If you defeat an elite boss, then yeah, you will get more renown. So before I continue, so love these cutscenes. Night Wong says love the cutscenes. Really looks like they put a lot of effort into it. Glad you like it. Fred Krueger, are there bosses like a Wonderverse or just a weekly? There seems to be a weekly. I think it's Solomon Grundy. That's it. That's all we're getting for Blue Lantern. Just some OC. Oh, if by OC you mean origin character, yeah. This is it, guys. This is what they were teasing. There's a new Blue Lantern character in the game added to the speed, and it's even a diverse Blue Lantern character, which I guess is why they were so excited about it. But basically, this is what our friend Al Rivera teased. There is a new Lantern in the game, and it's a character that they created specifically for the game. Basically, all the characters they seem to have created for this DLC seems to be entirely new characters. So let us talk to Esperanza.
Hi, I'm Esperanza Cavaliera, and as you can see, I'm also a Blue Lantern. I've been tracking my sister for some time now, in the hope of putting a stop to her violent attacks. I lost her trail in Gotham City, but to be fair, the city was under alien attack. It's hard to find someone when Darkseid is trying to turn the planet into a clone of Apocalypse, you know? When I learned of attacks here that matched those I found in Gotham, I came to investigate. If only I'd made it here sooner. What's done is done. She's still out there, and she needs to be stopped. I think it's time for a team-up, don't you? Meet me at the Laughing Hound pub. Working together, we can find Lucia and stop her, hopefully before she kills again.
And I don't know if you got from the cutscene, the evil killer is her sister. So if you were wondering who's the mysterious mystery killer, now you know. Some people thought it was some sort of evil Batman because of the gloves. Not really. Piotr is asking what CR is required to enter this DLC. You can get into this DLC as soon as you reach level 15. But the CR of the DLC itself, well, let's go take a look. It was said to be 454 at some point, but I think they changed that. They don't. Oh yeah. Oh, 454. Okay, so 454 seems to be the required combat rating. But as soon as you are level 15, you have access to the content, and you can play the casual version of the content. Oh, there's a little thing over here. Let's go pick it up. If you're wondering why I see the briefings and investigations, it's because of my ally, the Batman.
So, Doodle and her partner Crawler were on patrol last night. They found a bunch of Magians face down in an alley. Doodle was taking
Edwin, that's pretty much it. They were teasing a new Blue Lantern character, not a Blue Lantern power.
When she got there, all that was left of Crawler was a pile of dust. What the?
Phantasma is asking how do you get the cosmic material in 2025? You can't really. Uh, the only real option you would have would be to look on the trade chat. Like if you. Oh, I don't have it here. I'm so sad now. If you look on the trade chat, you might be able to find someone who would be willing to sell it to you, but at this point, they'll sell it to you for like 5 billion. So it'll be hard to find and it'll be expensive. Sorry, we can start friend Esperanza.
I'm still coping with what we learned about my sister in the necropolis. She has to be stopped. To that end, I'd like you to work with Dejana. She's quite resourceful, and she could have new info to help us find and stop Lucia.
As far as I know, we cannot get her style just yet. Maybe they'll add it in the future. So, but we do have a Blue Lantern style in the game.
There's history here. Lots of scumbags making deals with demons for money and power over the years. We need to find out if those bastards are involved. Problem is, they're rich and shady. You won't be able to just walk up and chat with them about it. You're gonna need to do this on the sly. Go where the rich hang out and do a little eavesdropping. Let me know what you find out.
Sorry, Flash, no new power. It's not really my new style. It's my DPS style. Like basically, this is my. Oh, see, with the flying, sometimes it messes up the camera. Oh, actually, I think I broke it. This is my usual style, but for DPS, I selected a different style. It's a style that kind of evolved by accident, and I kind of liked it, so I kept it for a while. So now we have to go over there. Oh, uh, no, I'm not close to the broker. I'll do that a bit later if you stick around. So now we have to. The devs are trying very hard to make it so that we don't just have to punch enemies. And sadly, the fun bit about a superhero game or in general is that you pretty much solve your problems by punching them. Batman. What does Batman do with the Joker after he robs a bank? He punches him and throws him into Arkham Asylum. How does he stop the Riddler? He punches him and throw him into Arkham Asylum. So sadly, the punching part is yeah, I would say the fun part of a superhero game. But the devs are trying to put quests that requires us not to do any punching. So here we have to spy on some NPCs, and we have to do that 5 times. We're a bit fortunate; there's no one else here. Sadly, this will be. I fear that this will be a great place for griefers because I can already imagine. Like you try to listen, no. If you get too close, you see they run away like that. So I can already imagine. Let's remove our little friend here. I can already imagine like you try to get closer, and then someone else comes in and scare away the NPCs. I guarantee you, some people will have fun doing that because we saw that before. We saw that when there was the various missions with the Green Lanterns way back when. Too close.
Do you have any idea why this reckoning person is out there killing people?
I haven't a clue. Frankly, I don't care as long as there's money in it for me.
Bazooka, 100% will get that Blue Lantern Aura. Maybe. It would be nice. Although we pretty much have an embarrassment of riches when it comes to Blue Lantern, to Blue Auras at this point. But yeah, sure, give us a Blue Lantern Aura. I'd be happy to get that. So just one more, and we'll be done here.
This reminds me of that time we used demons to put the gangsters in their place.
Those were the days, eh? Very profitable days, too, I might add.
I should have known. This complicates things a lot. Get back to the pub. We've got to talk.
Oh, we got to talk. Let's pick up. Oh yeah, those exhibits. Those exhibits were not useful for a long time, but now they will be useful to do some crafting. I'll make a video about crafting probably later this week or maybe this weekend.
Some British dude's been asking questions about the killings. Jack says he's some kind of magic hero, maybe even Justice League level. We might be getting some help with this after all. P.S. He's seriously got that hot uncle vibe, even though he wears that nasty-ass trench coat all the time. Dude, dry cleaners are a thing. Seriously.
But we will need a lot of components to do some crafting. So I strongly suggest gather everything you can because you'll need a lot of it to be able to craft what you want.
It's bad enough those rich are working with demons, but they're also working with that psycho that killed my friends. I've had enough. I'm gathering the friends I have left, and we're gonna end that killer. Any demon that gets in our way will wish they were back in hell. And speaking of demons, the JLD called in one to help us out here. His name's Etrigan. Find him and see what he can do to put an end to all this.
So let's get out here. The new style, I don't know if you were here, Prince, when we saw the evil killer. It's the style of the killer, basically. Like the Energy Reaver.
None better in the city.
That is the style of the evil killer with big shoulder pads, a lot of spikes. Where are the spikes? Like you can see spikes, spikes, some more spikes. So again, here with those gloves, people thought that the killer was some sort of Batman type character because of those gloves. But as you saw, not really. Oh, we have to go talk to Etrigan now. Raija, no, the Blue Lantern is not a power. Sadly, we are gonna have to say that 1,000 times tonight. Where? Oh, there he is. Before we talk to Etrigan, let's take a quick look at the chat. So, Solicium is gonna jump a bit later. He likes the new direction of the game. Glad we like it. Oh, Yellow, you have to check my stream because the EU servers are still down. Well, I'm sad for you, but I'm happy that you're here. Yeah, Rija, if you're disappointed, get in line. A lot of people will be disappointed about that. Disha and Dad, lots of bleeps. Yeah, probably. Black Jesus, how long is the open world missions? It's a pretty long one.
Though wealthy fools have worsened the blight, still those remain with the will to fight. Boldly they strive against the forces of hell. Will their strength be enough? Only time will tell. Go out now and lend them your aid, or surely to rest their souls shall be laid.
Will ever make a Switch account? I already have a Switch account. I haven't used it in a Twitch account. Sorry, I haven't used it in a long time. When I started making videos way back when, what I would have to do is that I had to make my videos live on Twitch, and then I would transfer my live stream to YouTube because Twitch at the time, I think after 10 days, they would delete your video. But then when started being able to do live stream on YouTube, I started doing my live stream straight to YouTube. So I haven't used the Twitch in quite a while. I toyed at some point with making videos on both Twitch and YouTube. I never got around to doing that. A movie for 2025. I have to admit, I do have an idea or two. It's just time and resources. Maybe I should have a Kickstarter and ask for $1 million to be able to produce the multiverse movie. I'll have to give it some thoughts. If you send me half right now, I'll make the video tomorrow. I'm not sure how far we are in the quest because I'm stopping a lot to chat to you guys. So I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah, you keep on needing to visit that pub. So you have to go in the pub, leave the pub, go in the pub, leave the pub.
You think those Major guys brought in all these demons? One of them said they were gonna feed me to someone called.
No, this is the real game. They did not release the game on the public test server. What they did is that they went straight for the live server. Well, if you want to send more than 1 million Black Knight, that'll be fine, but at least 1 million would be fine. You have to remember, movies are expensive to produce. Marvel spends 2, 3, 400 millions on a single movie. So I think 1 million is reasonable. For the new episode, well, I would say healer. For trolls, sadly, there's a lot of groups sometimes who don't want to play with trolls, or will want to play only with one troll. So yeah, you have odds of getting a group that will want to have you is better with healer. So unless you already have a troll and you need to select a new character, yeah, I would go with healer right now. I kind of like. I used to play RPG. So I kind of like the RPG aspect, the story driven aspect of the DLC. But I'm not sure if a lot of people will like that. Also, it is nice to do it once, but you have to remember that we are going to play those missions twice, 3 times, 1,000 times, because we will have to grind and grind and grind in order to be able to purchase the gear, purchase the augments, purchase the whatever else we need. So it's not like you played it when you played Baldur's Gate way back when, you would play it once. Although some crazy buckaroo like me, I played Baldur's Gate more than any sane person should ever play a game. So personally, I don't mind having to replay the missions, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people, most people, once they play the story once, they probably don't want to play it again, or they might not mind playing it the second time, a third time. But if you have to play it and play it and play it every day, day after day after day, I think some people will get tired of that.
The demons may be feeding people to Lucia to make her stronger, and to bind her will to theirs. I'd like you to find Dejana. As Voivode, she made a lot of enemies. She may have been captured by one of them, or worse. Shake down the local criminals, see what they know about her disappearance.
Oh no, Voivod disappeared. Poor Voivod. And yeah, so we've been roughly playing for an hour, and let's see how many marks we have, how many currency we have. I forget what the currency is here. Too many currencies. Ah, there it is. So after 1 hour, we have 7 Kasner crowns. I assume once we start playing the alert and the raids, the progression will be a bit faster. But right now, just doing the solo stuff, we're at 7 Kasner crowns. And I didn't pay. Oh, there you go. So we have to question the terrified thugs. Oh, so we have to go back to the castle. So which ones are the thugs? So you see there's a truckload of objectives, but a lot of them are for different quests. So one of the challenges is competing against other players for the objectives you need, but also sorting through the various NPCs to find the ones you actually need.
I won't be eaten by demons. I won't.
Well, one of the things I think some people will not like is that people are used to logging in for 10, 15 minutes, doing all their dailies, and then logging out, and then possibly doing that with their alternate characters. So they'll do that with 2, 3, 5, 10 characters. But uh, seeing how long this introduction mission takes, I don't know if people will want to play this mission with 5, 10, 30 characters.
Thought I might hear from you again. Thanks. I don't know anything about Voivod, but I did see that Constantine guy get taken away by demons. Could be connected. Find him. You might find Voivod too.
First Dejana, and now John. Think I'm seeing a pattern here. Let's discuss this at the pub.
Oh, so we have to go back to the pub again. Our friend Kalel says here, I cannot do this on every tune of mine. This is going to be limited to 2 tunes only. Yeah, I expect a lot of people will do that. I don't think people will play that with a lot of their characters.
It sounds like the demons are collecting people of power across the city. We need to stop them. One of the locals told me about a demonic ritual they saw in the forest nearby. I want you to go there, put a stop to that ritual, and see what the demons know. They may know where our friends have been taken.
Piotr is asking, actually not best idea, no server test, new DLC, how they remove bugs. Sadly, the problem with the test server is that it does remove bugs on PC. Doesn't only remove bugs for PlayStation or for Xbox. So sadly, the real test for Xbox and PlayStation is when the DLC goes live. So sadly, sometimes even when a DLC seems fine on the test server, when it gets added to one of the console that is not PC, a lot of issues happen that didn't happen on PC. Edwin says anyone knows how to start the new content quest line. Just go to your journal, and you'll probably have a mission here. You'll probably have a mission here that will tell you where to go. Or just use the warp menu. I won't be able to show you. Just use the warp menu and come to Kaznia, and that should probably start the whole thing. Piotr, sorrow, we can't give like to comments, others in chat. Sorry about that. Nothing. Sadly, YouTube doesn't do what I want them to do. So even if I tell them to do that, it's not gonna happen. So here we have to disrupt the demonic rituals. Kingsby, should I come back to DCUO? Absolutely. I guess it depends on why you left. But there's some new contents, some new missions, some new gear, new styles. So depending on what you like about DCUO, yeah, right now might be a good time to come back. You're welcome, Edwin. So here we have to disrupt the rituals and then fight the evil demons that appear, although in this case there was an imp. So these are lesser demons. So once you defeat them, click the pentagram. And then we got a demonic soul thief. So let's kick his butt. Kingsby have been on and off for months, been a while. And then there's probably going to be at least some new content for you to enjoy. Gemstar, is it a new power? No, there's no new power. Sorry about that. Edwin, go to the House of Legends. If you look, you'll see this big guy called the Tempest Fuginaut. Behind him, there's a huge machine you can use to warp to different maps. You should be able to warp here from there. If not, yeah, you might have to wait until level 20 then. I could have sworn they said you could play the mission at level 15. Could be it's level 20 after all. Sorry I cannot read your name. I had a hunch.
I know nothing of this voivode, but Constantine. That's a name every demon knows. Some of my kind have been among you, disguised as humans. They go places a demon cannot, without drawing unwanted attention. Find them, follow them, see where they go. They may take you to your friends, or what's left of them.
Too late. The imp has been kicked. So we have to find the entrance of the demon hideout, which seems to be here maybe. So we have to follow the suspicious civilian here, and this is the entrance it seems. Yeah, US servers a lot more players than the EU servers, and the PlayStation servers is the one that has the most server. So if you play, and heroes have more players than the villains. So if you play a hero on the US PlayStation server, you have the most players. If you play a villain on a European Switch server, you have the least players. It's sad, but that's how it is. Oh, Kobe. Okay. I thought it was a KXBY, but Kobe, that's fine. Because on my screen, the O looks kind of like a X. Edwin is not on your map. I guess not. Edwin is saying I just checked the tube with the globes behind the Tempest Reginot and nothing. Yeah, then you probably have to be level 20. Could have sworn they said level 15 in some of the announcements, but it could be that someone did a boo boo or I'm just misremembering. It happens. So here, technically, this is a new map or a different map, but it is very reminiscent of the Desecrated Cathedral. Way back when, I think we first got it with the Sons of Trigon, but we did get the Desecrated Cathedral with a few extra DLCs.
Nicely done, mate. Got things to talk about, but first, I need a bloody drink. Join me in the pub. The portal will take you there.
And the pub again. So basically, they kind of used asset from the Desecrated Cathedral, but they did modify it at least a bit. Oh, I understand the Kobe. A lot of my friends don't play no more either. Do you think they would ever merge US and EU? Um, Probably not because it's not the same company that handles the US part of DCUO and the EU part of DCUO. Although at some point, if the EU population goes so dead, so low, that maybe at some point they'll have no choice but to merge the two. But I don't expect them to do that soon.
Was on my way to meet with a contact when a whole legion of those demonic bastards came out of nowhere and captured me. Can you imagine me, the great John Constantine, taken prisoner by a bunch of scruffy demonic hooligans? Detective Chimp won't let me hear the end of that, I can assure you. Thing is, demons can get right chatty at times. I overheard them talking about where Reckoning has holed up. She's in an old mausoleum out on an island nearby. We move fast, we just might get her.
Well, even in the US, like basically on PlayStation, obviously it is the PlayStation Network or PSN that handles the PlayStation Store. I should just say the PlayStation Store, I guess. So PlayStation are the ones who handle their stores, but on PC, did I say on PlayStation? PlayStation are the ones who handle the store, and on PC it's probably Microsoft or one of their companies that handle the store. So even in the US servers, it is handled by different entities, which is why you cannot. There are some items that you cannot trade across servers. There are some items that you cannot purchase those items, let's say on PlayStation, and give them on a PC player because PC would see that as a lost sale. So if you want to have something on the PC server, you have to buy it on the PC server, and if you want something on the PlayStation server, you have to buy it on the PlayStation Store. Otherwise, they'll see that as a lost sale. So it's different entities and handles different parts of the game. Sometimes different parts like the marketplace. So now we have to find the Reckoning's hideout. So let's go over there. Welcome back, Kobe. I hope you'll have fun. Okay, level 20. Okay. How many spell points do I have? Well, good question. We'll defeat that evil monster and we'll look it up after. I have... Oh, I probably should look here. 643, and just realized there's a three skill point I did not assign. And let's pick up the briefing over here.
The trap was a success. At long last, the brawling banshee has been brought to justice. That being said, I believe my hearing shan't recover for at least a fortnight. What a dreadfully loud wail that woman has.
So, before we enter, we did gather a few collections, so let us consume them right now. Not this. Let's get rid of that. I could have sworn there they are. I got worried for half a second. That should do it for now. There we go. So if we take a quick look at the collections, or even the briefing. So here you can see the briefing will give you a plan, and that plan would allow you to craft some base items. And the same for the collection. There's 3 different collections, if I'm not mistaken here. Yeah, so here you can see the 3 collections. And again, those 3 collections will give you plans that will allow you to craft different base items. So they are trying to get people to craft more stuff. I guess they're hoping that the time it'll take for people to farm and farm for components to craft what they need to craft, that'll keep people busy. But we had that before, and there's probably a good reason why the devs changed that. We'll see. What's this new menu I'm seeing? I'm not sure which menu you mean.
Thank you for joining us. From what Mr. Constantine...
Mr. Constantine is my father, love. Call me John. Or just plain Constantine, if you prefer.
Okay. John has learned that supernatural forces are at work here. They may be controlling my sister, forcing her to do terrible things.
Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last. What's important is getting her out from under the thumb of whatever demons come knocking.
Agreed. Let's work together and deliver this place from evil.
Piotr is asking about a new artifact. From what I understand, there is going to be a new artifact, but not at launch. The new artifact will be added later. They did that with the Harley Quinn DLC, so I assume they'll do something similar. And somehow we cannot fly no more. I hate when they do that.
Should have guessed. The eyes. That's demonic magic at work. They're watching us.
Oh, nose! So you see the eyes in the wall? They're evil spies of evil.
Most demonic servitors aren't the sharpest tridents in the pit, if you follow. Those runes help them get through sealed doors like that one. Find the rune that matches that one up there. It should unseal the door.
So we have to find a rune. Full disclosure, I feel like I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons right now. I'm a big fan of D&D. I did more than my share of dungeon crawling way back when. Here's the rune. And I have mixed feelings about that. Like, I do enjoy Dungeons and Dragons. But if I want to play Dungeons and Dragons, I can play Neverwinter. I can play Neverwinter Nights. I can play Baldur's Gate, Baldur's Gate 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Icewind Dale, and more. So I find it a bit strange that they pretty much turned the DC Universe Online into Dungeons and Dragons with this DLC. Although other people will compare it to Final Fantasy, like some of the styles from the new time capsule are pretty much lifted from Final Fantasy, from what I understand. So it's a bit strange whenever you see devs trying to turn their game into something else.
Dejana, what are you doing here?
It could be that maybe the devs are not fans of DCUO. Maybe they're fans of D&D or World of
All will
Warcraft.
be well.
Oh, I thought we would need something for the door, but I guess not. Yeah, I spoke over the dialogue, so we don't know what the lady said. Oh, there's more runes here.
Aren't these two a couple of charmers?
Let's see if we can find the rune. Ah, there it is. Of course, we cannot interact with it just yet.
Another sealed door. Let's find the rune that matches this one.
So before we could click on the rune, we had to trigger the dialogue, and then we have to backtrack and get to the rune.
The angelic crowd. Make sure you pick the right rune, eh? Using the wrong one could get messy. And here's our door rune. Let's get moving.
Those walls will make great base items, absolutely. Especially the ones with the evil eyes. What's in here?
Another bloody sealed door. Find the correct rune, and we'll be on our way.
So let's see what rune we need. Where are the runes? They should probably rebrand DCO Rune Quest or something. So we see a rune here. That's what I thought. Oh, was that the one?
That's the wrong bloody rune, mate.
So you saw what happens if you click the wrong bloody rune.
Right. Looks like we're off to the races. Let's go. Here comes the weapon committee. Let him have it. Looks like those demons were sent to stop us from advancing.
Ibu, if you don't like the episode, I understand.
He's hunting me. Like a cat playing with its...
Oh, you have a feeling that we will get the braid style? It could be. They do add some hairstyle once in a while.
Don't like the look of this. This stuff's not ancient like everything else in here. Newish. Could be a demon's trophy collection.
Yes, taken from their victims.
Sensing something in here. A lingering presence? Come on out, mate. It's okay.
Aw, poor spirit.
Please, please help me. A demon. It took something I loved, then it killed me when I tried to fight back. It knew how much I loved to bring joy to others, so it took that love away from me.
If we can ease or end your suffering, we will.
Sounds like there's a spiritual tether at work here. something important to her while she was among the living. Could be among the stuff we saw earlier. Grab something from that trophy collection and bring it back here. Let's see if there's a connection to the spirit.
If you've ever played Dungeons and Dragons Online, you did a lot of stuff like that. Backtracking to get runes, items, and more. Simeon is asking where is Grundy. He's somewhere in the open world. I'm surprised we didn't see him before. We'll go take a look a bit later.
Yes, that's my guitar. I remember now.
Let the blue light of hope light your way, Spirit. Rest well.
What's it? Is there some new base items? Absolutely. Oh, the door opened. Okay.
I think she's jamming me. Hurry!
What is this place, John?
A demonic reliquary, by the looks of it. One of these little treasures might be what we need to drop the barrier. Have a look around, see what you can find.
Find a treasure. Let's try this one.
More of a souvenir than a relic, that is. Not what we need. Not what we need, mate. Keep looking. Nope, that's not it. Try another. More of a souvenir than a relic, that is. Not what we need. Nope, that's not it. Try another.
If there's a hint as to which item we need, I don't know what that is.
Not what we need, mate. Keep looking.
So I guess this is going to be it.
Hang on, don't touch that.
Yeah, just as I thought. So I guess this is a Kurabashi Mayu or something like that. Koyabashi? Korabashi? It's a no-win scenario. No matter what we do, we end up here, I guess. So at the top we can see 3 runes. Well, let's see if we can find them. Again, rune quest. Let's find the runes. Sorry, this is a small room. The walls are closed. Are close. Oh, there we go. Koyabashi Maru, I think. And that wasn't it. So you saw what happens when you click on the wrong rune. And suddenly, if we could enter the room, see the rune, and then decide, okay, this is it or this is not it. But then, no matter if you click on the rune or not, the door closes behind you, so you cannot leave. So you have no choice. You have to defeat the evil demons to get out of there. You're welcome, Piotr. I would say you constantly have to switch servers for the weekly. I don't really do that. I hate it when I cannot fly. Oh well. Don't touch the candle. Too late. So you can see we got one of the 3 runes. So let us continue. Oh, that's not it. Oh, we got lucky. We're not trapped in there. I thought the door would close behind us, but it did not. Oh. And here it did. So here there's some evil books attacking us. Can you believe it? Let's see if we can get it before. There we go. Sadly, that's not the rune we need, so might as well just get out. I have to admit, I kind of lost track of where I went into.
I won't lie. You might be trapped in here for a while. Maybe forever.
Oh, poor Zatanna. Thank you.
Confess I shall. It looks bad for thee, trapped in a cell without a key.
Yeah, you have to wonder who thought it was a good idea to match demons against the mighty multiverse. Oh well. Well, that's part of DCUO. Basically, in theory, DCUO should have a lot of magic content for magic players, a lot of meta content for meta players, and a lot of let's say, Batman content for.
How are you going to save me?
You can't even save yourself.
Oh, I guess that's not really Voivode. So they should have content for all the different mentors. But it seems for a while that we've had a lot of magic content. Yeah, people have been saying that. It reminds them of the War-Torn Village. Oh, Pop says he likes the new face OP style. With a bit of luck, we'll be able to take a look at that a bit later. We'll see. So we just need one more rune. Ah. The blue ring, that was the Blue Lantern character Esperanza. That is, I don't think it was a ring. I think it was the character itself that we saw in the sort of teaser. So the blue light thingy that was teased was a Blue Lantern character in the DLC. That's pretty much it. Now, is it possible that there could be some more Blue Lantern stuff in the next chapter? Maybe. Well, we'll have to wait.
Together again, at last.
There's something about this room. Something bad.
You're not wrong, love. This is a summoning chamber. It's where they conduct the rituals to bring demons from hell to here.
I see. Can you destroy it?
I can, but there's something I'd like to do beforehand. I can bring the demon behind all this here.
Oh, anime, if you meant the blue ring that we saw in the video, yeah, that was for that too.
Bits of demonic essence here. Check the antechambers. They're likely to be in there.
And if you guys saw one of my previous video about the time capsule, so we do have an accessory kind of that looks like that, but for the back of our character. But some of you guys asked if we could get that accessory for the hands like that, and I did ask on Discord. So maybe we'll get that someday, maybe not. It's out of my hands at this point. Yeah, the solo, the first solo to get the whole thing started Does last quite a bit. So you can see our friend Esperanza with us. I hate it when I don't fly. Oh well. So let's put it here.
Nice one, mate. That's just what we need. One more to go.
Of course, one more to go. Yeah, everyone thought there would be a new Blue Lantern power, but that wasn't the case. People are still hoping that we will get a new power in the future, and especially a new Blue Lantern power. So you have to give them credit for that. They are resilient.
That'll work nicely. Ready to start the ritual now?
Oh yeah, Mr. Inferno, people have been asking for Blue Lantern power for years and years and years.
Constantine, I should have known.
Neron, old son. Up to your usual, I see.
No, more than that, John. Much more.
Do tell.
The girl you seek, the Reckoning. I found her racked with pain, desperate to feed her cravings. Did you know she's addicted to her power? The withdrawal effects. Tragic, really. We established a contract then. She feeds her addiction, and in return, I collect the souls of her victims. And with each kill, she grows stronger. Soon, she will be strong enough to defeat your best, even the Kryptonian. I won't allow you to stop her.
You two, go deal with Reckoning. I'll deal with Neron here. Go!
Mr. Inferno asked, I don't understand why they didn't do it yet. At the end of the day, they didn't think it was worth it. They didn't think they were making enough money to make it worth all the work required to add a new power. Oh, did I go the wrong way? No, I don't think so. It's confusing, man. This labyrinth. Ah, poor Voivod.
Let's get moving before it's too late.
It's a bit sad, Mr. Inferno, because getting a new power is one of the things that was nice about DCUO. It would give us something new uh, once in a while, and also when you play with a new power, sometimes it gives you a different perspective on how you play the content. So getting new powers was always nice. And there's some crazy people like me who would have characters for every powers.
Game, set, and match. It's over.
That sounded mean.
Constantine can't protect you from me anymore, I'm afraid. Reckoning belongs to me. Unless either of you would like to make a bargain. Your soul for hers, perhaps?
I have no use for you, your bargains, and your lies, devil. We will defeat your plan here. All will be well.
So be it. I will dine upon your souls once you've faced your reckoning.
Stay back, both of you.
Guys, little help here. This is crazy. Let her go, Lucia.
That's not going to happen. You put my bargain with Neron in jeopardy. You'll make my pain go away if I give him what he wants. Until then, there's only one way to make the pain stop. I need more power, so your little friend here has to die.
Don't! That's not who you are, sister. Guys? Guys, help!
You're wrong. This is who I am, sister.
Oh, nose! That was nasty.
Lucia, what have you done?
What I had to. And now, I'm gonna make sure you never get in my way again.
Puffs is asking why they haven't fixed the Omega artifact. I have no idea. Is it because they don't want to fix it? Is it because they cannot fix it? Your guess is as good as mine right now.
Fear on your heart.
Fear is no match for hope.
Your powers are not safe from me. Soon, your power will be mine.
Let the blue light of hope light your way.
I hate it. I don't know why they keep on coming up with those mechanics where they remove your loadout. It gets annoying real fast. I hope they don't do that every DLC because I don't like it very much. Actually, I don't like it at all.
Let the blue light of hope light your way.
So, what now? Going to take me to the wall? Or perhaps you're here to kill me.
You know better than that. No need for that mask now, Lucia.
Just do it. Do it! Get it over with.
I'm going to help you, Lucia. You're not well.
Help me. In some place like Arkham Asylum? Is that your idea of justice, sister? Indigo One, why are you here?
Parent justice is not sufficient in this case. I am here to bring an end to her path of death. And the beginning of another. A path of compassion.
No! There's so many. All gone. Killed by my hand. It's too much.
Welcome to the Indigo Lantern Corps.
Esperanza, I'm so sorry.
Noc, Lucia Cavalera of Earth. You are now part of the Indigo tribe.
So let us talk to Indigo first.
Be at ease. The Indigo tribe will show our newest member the power of compassion. We will help her bring that power to others in need of it throughout the cosmos. May compassion be with you. Or as we say, Nok, farewell.
If the Indigo tribe's driving force wasn't compassion, I'd be worried about Lucia. Instead, I'm sticking with the driving force of my core. Hope. Hope that her tribe guides Lucia back to the light and far from shadow.
Thought Neron might punch my ticket for good, and then he just left. Figure he buggered off and reckoning was transformed. Why fight when someone else took the prize? Figure Lucia got a better deal from the space hippie, but not by much.
Oh, it gave us a feat. Let's get out of here. And we completed a headline. So sadly, this is the whole mystery killer thing. This is the conclusion to the mystery killer story. Uh, it's a bit of a missed opportunity because in theory it is a good idea. But the problem is that it never was probably properly established before. Like if they had established a serial killer in Gotham before, in the Apocalypse Gotham, maybe we could have met her once or twice. But then she kills someone and she escapes, and then we see her here. But it's a character we never saw before. Like they built this mystery around a character we never saw before. We knew nothing about, so there was no way to even begin to guess who the mysterious killer is, because it's someone we never saw before. But somehow they thought it was a good mystery. What can I say? So maybe you guys did enjoy the mystery. Maybe you did not. Personally, I think the payoff is not even worth it at all. Anime Junkie says, I just read a copy of the Anti-Monitor versus Suspector comics from the 80s. So that is a Crisis on Infinite Earths. And it was crazy. Yes, it was. Sadly, the closest we got from Crisis on Infinite Earths DLC is the Origin Crisis DLC. It is sort of their way to make a Crisis on Infinite Earths, because sadly, there's no way they could have all the characters needed to recreate the Crisis. So they kind of tweaked the story in that it is sort of a crisis, but instead of having the whole multiverse, you have 5 alternate versions of Lex Luthor, 5 alternate versions of Batman, and that is pretty much the story behind the Origin Crisis. And of course, we see 1 alternate version of Gotham, and 1 alternate version of Metropolis, and we even see Krypton. Sebastian says, I got disconnected before exiting Necropolis and returned to the city, but the journal says I need to exit it now and stock in the story progress. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say about that. All I could do is suggest go to the DCUO forums. On the homepage of the DCUO forums, you should be able to contact the support. That's pretty much all I can suggest at this point. Either that or go ask on the Discord. Maybe one of the devs on the Discord could help you out. Shards generally might be one of the, if not the worst solo in the game. Crappy plot, bad design, annoying, tedious, can get worse, not gonna lie. I didn't expect people to like this. Now, I'm kind of used to this. I've played enough RPGs at this point that I've done this many times with many games. But I understand if people don't like it, and even worse, you're gonna have to do that with every single characters you play with. So yeah, it could get old really fast. So once more, we go back to the pub. Heresy says, I didn't have any high hopes or expectations, so I'm not disappointed. That's probably the best way to see that. Oh, I guess I went too far. So you saw the evil killer. So the gear you can get here, the Energy Reaver, that is her gear. In case I showed it before, but in case you were not there at the time. And sadly, again, we only have one set of gear, a regular version and an elite version. And after that, we have the Bully Buster gear from the previous episode, the Aberrant Hunters from the episode before that, Brave Bostonian from the episode before that. So sadly, that is the gear we have for this episode. Darkhound, to tell the truth, I won't play this DLC, but I might change my mind if I played it in person with my tune. Oh, I'm sure it might be more. It might be more fun to actually play it than to watch me play it.
We're past the worst of it, but there's still work to be done. We can't just leave the place swimming in magians and demons and the like. Some of my mates from the JLD are out there, helping folks deal with all the supernatural riffraff running about, wreaking havoc. Mind giving them a hand?
So technically, this is a Justice League Dark DLC, but the only real character we really saw is John Constantine, and there's a Zatanna out there who's doing some sort of a magic trick. So I wouldn't really call this a Justice League Dark DLC, more a Constantine DLC. And as you saw, we did get some. Let's switch to our controller role. Let's go to the inventory. So we did get augments. Again, some crazy people thought that we would no longer get any augments. Not true. So let's see. So normally I play this character as a controller, so obviously I will take the controller augment. If you play as a tank, you would take the dominating. If you play as a DPS who uses power might, DPS who uses weapon precision. If you play as a healer, restoring, and as a controller, vital. And let's do that one more time. And if we go to the augments, there we go. I'm going to have to remember to imprint my armory. So if we take a quick look, so obviously we're going to get additional gear when we defeat bosses. It's pretty much a standard with all the augments. 3% vitalization and power. Hex Hunter deals 2.5% extra more damage to non-boss and non-unique undead. Evil menu. Infernal Leech, heal for 5% of your maximum health when defeating demon enemies in Day of Reckoning. Desecrated Mausoleum. Deal with the Devil in Underworld Intruder requires one less use of Underworld Admonishment. To remove in the Day of Reckoning raid Neron's Underworld. Sig the Hound, the damaging abilities have 5% chance to summon a Laughing Hound in Day of Reckoning Kaznian or Necropolis. And Spirit Walker, evil menu. And Spirit Walker boost damage resistance of nearby distressed spirits by 10% to a maximum of 40% in Day of Reckoning, Kaznia, Necropolis. So, and also you saw we got LO plan. So once you do complete the solo mission, you do get this little thing here, the Faces of Evil. So let's click on that. And if we go to our journal, the Face of Evil. So we have to acquire the depleted Siphon Veil from the Kazian Merchant.
I'll make you a good deal, friend. Better than anyone else in town.
So as you saw, this is when we get access to the Omnipotence gear. Sadly, we don't have enough marks to purchase it just yet, so we're gonna have to wait a bit. Can I equip it? You can sort of see what it looks like, but again, this is the Reckoning's mask. So literally, the Omnipotence mask and the entire gear, that is the Reckoning. That is the gear of the evil, mysterious serial killer in this DLC. So afterwards, if we go to on duty, So we could play the solo again. We could play the alert. We could play the raid and then the other raid. Sadly, we are going to do that probably tomorrow. The mask looks fine. Oh, let me backtrack a bit. So Darkon says he's not going to play this. Fred Krueger, be careful they don't kick you off the community council. Honestly, I'm happy to be on the council, but if I'm not on the council, that is fine. I'm not going to go out of my way to get kicked out of the council, but if I have to say something, I'm going to say it. If they think that they have to kick me out for that, it's their choice. Oh, Darkhound, you see, you think I'm gonna get kicked out? Oh, I'm so sad now. iPhone, sadly, there's no new power. Very sorry to have to tell you that. Black Knight, I wish they had a vendor for each color lantern so we could have all their suit styles and everything that goes with that color lantern. There's not a vendor for each color lantern, but there are. Well, let's go there. We're pretty much almost done for here. Let's go to the. Let's go to the watchtower. Oh, we can't go to the watchtower. Oh, there it is. Come on, come on. It's been a while since I've been here, so let's see if I can remember which vendor is selling what. There's a whole bunch of little robots over here at the very end of the watchtower. There's a similar robots in the Hall of Doom for evil villains. Actually, I should probably have gone to the House of Legends. Too late, too late.
Hello, combatant. The authorized number of training
Uh,
in exchange for
okay,
social
this is the
security
Redwood
card.
style. So that's not the one.
Each piece of enhanced battle armor is available in multiple combat roles and customizable colors.
The static, that's not the one. So here, this is the indigo lantern style. Let's remove the material. So this here is the indigo lantern style, so you can get it from here. But you can also get it from the House of Legends. I probably should have gone there first. We'll go there afterwards. And this one here, oh, that's the same. Could have sworn there was two different styles on these vendors. I guess I was a foolish fool. And this one here, nah, this is the shock jock. Let's go. Oh, well, actually, let's go here first. We'll go see Mogo, and then we'll go to the House of Legends. Because with Mogo, there's going to be two styles that you can get, if I recall correctly. So there is a portal over here to go see our friend Mogo. And on Mogo, there are various lanterns. And there is a lantern vendor. So for heroes, there's the vendor on Mogo, but for evil villains, there's a vendor on ranks.
Felines from this sector have that down perfect.
So this here is the Blue Lantern gear. So you have a full set of gear for the Blue Lanterns. And if we continue over here, there should be... there it is. Oh, that's the same again.
Mist containers incoming.
There we go. So, and this here is the Green Lantern gear. There's the Red Lantern gear you can get as random drops. But For the Red Lantern gear, you're gonna have to go see the rare style vendor, and it's going to be a bit expensive to purchase the gear from there. Ah, so here.
Commitment to research and development is neither good nor evil. However, what you do with
Oh,
your
there it is.
results
So here we
defines
have the Green Lantern gear again. Although this is not the gear, this is a Green Lantern style. So it's just the style. There's no stats, nothing. And here you have the Blue Lantern. And if we go over here, so here we have the rare style vendor.
Have a fine day, combatant.
I'm gonna have to scroll a bit, I think, sadly. So on this vendor, we will be able to see the Red Lantern gear. But as you can see, it's going to cost you 70 source marks for each pieces of the gear. So there we go. The Furious. Oh no, that's not the Furious. Oh yeah, and I forgot the Heart of the Predator. There's also the Pink Lantern gear, but the Pink Lantern gear is only for female characters. Oh, and we have the Herald of the Black. I forgot we can get it here. So the Herald of the Black is the Black Lantern gear, so you can get it from here. And let's see if we can. Oh, is that? No, that's not the one. So here we have the Burning Rage. Oh, let's see if we can get that. There it is. So this here is the Red Lantern style. And for the Yellow Lantern style, we should be able to get it from over here. Which one is the tag vendor?
Clever inventions mean nothing without the proper presentation.
So here we have the Yellow Lantern style. And let's see what else. And the Orange Lantern style. So there's already vendors selling you a full set of Lantern gear in this Universe Online. Let's go where we usually go when we go live, because why not? Why not? Black Knight. No, sorry to have to tell you, there is no new power. I know that some people were really convinced, they were certain that there was going to be a new power, but that wasn't the case. I just showed you the Yellow Lantern style, so you can get it from the Evil Star. Oh, you're welcome, Pewee. I'm glad you like the mask at Darkhound. What do you gain from being on the console? I'm glad you're mentioning that, because I do have a bunch of codes to give out. Tomorrow we will go. Tomorrow we'll go live at. I wonder if we should go live at 5 p.m. Let's go tomorrow. Let's settle that. Tomorrow we'll go live at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will play the group content. We will play the. Let's go to the on duty menu. So tomorrow we'll play the Day of Reckoning content. So we'll play the alert. So as soon as we manage to get 4 people together, we'll play the alert. And then afterwards, we'll gather 8 people to play the Casnion Necropolis Onslaught and the Flashback Neurons Underworld. So normally we would do this on Friday, but let's make an exception. Seeing how the DLC is brand new, tomorrow we will play those missions. So tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will play those missions. And then Thursday, for Thursday, let's do that. For Thursday, let's do that at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Thursday we will be giving out some codes. So I have a whole bunch of codes, and the codes will allow you to be able to get what's it called? I forget the name of the items. The Mercurian accessories. Oh no, it's a back piece actually. Let's see. Let's take a look at the gold one. Oh, there it is. So Thursday we'll have some codes for the Mercian styles. So these are back pieces that you can get that are kind of cool to have, and you will be able to choose amongst 8 styles, 8 different styles. So Thursday we'll give a whole bunch of styles. I don't know if I will be able to give out all the styles in one go. So what I'll do is that Thursday we'll probably give out some styles, and we might give the rest of the styles on Sunday. We'll figure it out. And of course, Friday we will have live at 5 as usual. So this week will be a pretty big week. So Erich says the story was pretty good, so I'm glad you enjoyed it. You do you. You don't. You don't. You're still. Oh, thank you. Just your average. I was a foolish fool and bought the Ultimate Lantern pack from the marketplace. It's all right, Fred. It's done. It's done. It's too late. Sadly, that is how we learn. Darkown or ranks? Did I say something else? I meant ranks. Where can I get the Superman Ombre Curl style? You cannot get it right now. Look on the broker. If you're lucky, you might be able to get it from the broker or from the trade chat, but it will be expensive. But it comes from survival mode, and we didn't get the survival mode in quite a while. Remember Mogo, or remember the vendors in the House of Legends. Like all the vendors over here. Like there's a bunch of vendors over here, and you'll get the styles from some of those vendors. That's okay, Dark Knights. Now you know. Rebar says, "Have you got the new emote?" Absolutely. I even made a video about it. Thank you, Rebar. Much appreciated. Oh, Scrolls says he just did the alert. Well, we'll do it again tomorrow. So the alert should be a daily mission. So if all goes well, you should be able to play it with us tomorrow. Although obviously tomorrow it is only going to be me and 3 other people that will play the alert. So Azar, most of you guys sadly will not be able to play with us. Although we could maybe replay it a couple of times. We'll see how it works out. Solicium, I forgot to get the Apocalypse Planet History. Don't worry too much. It'll come back next year. Although you should still be able to get it. The event is not over yet. Solicium, oh yeah, the broker. Scrolls, Evil Friday. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right, Scrolls. This Friday will actually be Evil Friday. So Ozar, we will play the same missions, but with evil villains. And we'll try to play also the anniversary event. We'll figure it out. So this Friday, guys, it will be Evil Friday. So prepare your evil villains. And I guess we're at the bottom of the chat. Oh well. Normally we have that girl from Australia who reads the chat. Sadly tonight, it was just me. Like in the good old days. Way back when, it was just me doing the live streams, and you guys commenting, and it was pretty awesome. So it's a nice reminder of how it used to be way back when. So if you guys have any last minute questions, the time is now. Uh, So I'll stick around for a few more minutes to answer your questions. I understood what you meant, Scrolls. What's the chroma I use? For those wondering, it's the bright cosmic chroma. I wasn't sure at first when we first saw that chroma, and after experimenting with it for a bit, I actually kind of liked it a lot. And at the time, I didn't have the cosmic chroma on this character, so it was the only way to be able to be cosmic with this character. But the problem with the cosmic material is that I don't have the hem shape on my character like I can have with the chroma. Now I wish there was a cosmic chroma that had the cosmic part, the white part, and maybe a red part for like the small lines on my costumes. Maybe someday. Who knows? No, I'm good, anime junkie. I can do that if I need to. But thanks for the offer, much appreciated. So I think this is going to be it for tonight, guys. So again, this week will be a big week. So tomorrow we will play the missions at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wednesday, we will give out some codes at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm doing it at 7 p.m. so that people who finish school or finish work at 5 to give them a chance to get back home, to have supper, and then to log in and possibly get a code. So we'll do it at 7 p.m. Did I say Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. And Friday, of course, there's going to be Evil Friday. Are there any new Blue Lantern stuff? Sadly, no. All the Blue Lantern stuff is the old Blue Lantern stuff we already had. I have a Blue Lantern video in the works, so I'll probably post that maybe later this week or hopefully this weekend. We'll see how it goes. So, guys, if you were hoping for a Blue Lantern power, sadly, I'm sorry to have to burst your bubble. What they were teasing is a Blue Lantern character. And for the mysterious mystery serial killer, it's a character that we had never seen before. So there was no way in hell that we could even begin to guess who the killer was. So it would seem that for this DLC, they decided to go all out and just create new characters as opposed to creating iconic characters. It happens. Oh, Darkhound says villain for life. Well, this Friday we'll be live with our evil villains. Nice Supergirl. Oh yeah, Evil Friday. So guys, that's going to be pretty much it for now. So thanks to everyone who came to watch the stream. Thanks to all of you guys who came to chat with me. You guys are awesome. It's always appreciated. Solution, that is quite right. This game, for the fact alone that we can play a superhero, whether we want to play our own superhero or whether we want to play an iconic superhero, all the options are possible. So for that alone, absolutely, it is a great game. And being able to have the ability to fly, have super speed, that is even just gravy on top of gravy on top of gravy. It's nice to have original characters. Sadly, in this case, they were building in the mystery around a character we don't know, so there was no way to even begin to guess the mystery. It's a bit of a faux pas, I would say. But who knows? Maybe I'm alone in thinking that. It doesn't really matter. So, guys, thank you for being here tonight. So, tomorrow we will play the group content at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll post some sort of announcement to make sure that everyone knows. So, guys, have a good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. Um, Rebar, hopefully the next DLC will expand on them. We don't know. Maybe they'll switch to entirely new characters. The thing is that we have pretty much zero information from the devs about what's going on. So all we can do is just speculate amongst ourselves and try to figure it out. So guys, have a good evening, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye, guys.